Welcome back to Rare USA Coins. The coins you're looking at right now may appear ordinary at first glance. Small, silver-colored, simple. But make no mistake, these are not ordinary coins. These are some of the most valuable Roosevelt dimes in the world, with prices that have reached millions of dollars in today's market. Yes, millions. Why these coins are not ordinary? Decades ago, these dimes were everyday pocket change. People carried them in wallets, left them in drawers, or tossed them into jars without a second thought. No one imagined that one day these quiet pieces of metal would become life-changing treasures. But time did something powerful. It erased most of them. And that disappearance is exactly what turned a few survivors into historic masterpieces. The hidden power behind Roosevelt dimes. The true value of these coins is not their size, not their face value, and not even the silver alone. Their power lies in three critical factors: extreme rarity, historical minting errors, and exceptional condition. Some Roosevelt dimes were struck incorrectly. Some were minted in extremely limited numbers, and a few exist today in conditions so perfect that experts still question how they survived. Those rare survivors are the ones dominating auction houses today. Real auctions, real money, real shock. This is not fantasy, this is not exaggeration. Auction records confirm it, collectors confirm it, market researchers confirm it. Right now, serious collectors are using calculators, not emotions, to bid on these coins. And the numbers keep climbing. Some Roosevelt dimes have sold for prices higher than luxury cars, higher than expensive homes, and higher than what most people earn in an entire lifetime. Forgotten coins. Become silent fortunes. What makes this story even more shocking is where many of these coins were found. Not in vaults, not in museums, but in old collections, dusty jars, and forgotten drawers. Coins that sat quietly for decades while the world moved on. Until one day, someone looked closer, and everything changed. The question you should be asking. The real question is not why these coins are valuable. The real question is this: could a coin like this be hiding in your home right now? Because history proves one thing very clearly. Treasure does not always lie underground. Sometimes, it's already in your hands. What's coming next? On this channel, we don't chase rumors. We break down which coins are truly valuable, which viral claims are fake, how to spot rare details, and how a small mark can mean a massive fortune. So subscribe, stay with us until the end, and keep watching. Because the next coin may be worth far more than you ever imagined.
First coin, the coin you're looking at right now is not just another old British coin. This is the United Kingdom 2 shillings, also known as the 1966 florin. At first glance, it looks simple, a silver-colored coin, easy to ignore. But behind this small piece of metal is a story that has fascinated collectors for decades. A coin marked by royal history. On one side of this coin, you can see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a symbol of British history, power, and continuity. This is not just a face on a coin. It represents an entire era of the United Kingdom's monetary system. That alone makes this florin a historical and collectible piece. What makes the 1966 florin special? The 1966 florin was minted during a transitional period in British currency. It was produced using a silver-copper alloy at a time when the UK was moving away from traditional silver coins. Because of this shift, many coins were melted down, many were lost or heavily circulated, and very few survived in high condition. That scarcity is what pushed this coin into the spotlight of collectors worldwide. Could this coin be worth a fortune? Here's the truth. Not every 1966 florin is worth millions. But if this coin exists in exceptional condition, a rare mint variety, or with a documented historical error, then its value can rise dramatically in international auction markets. Some collectors have paid astonishing prices for rare florins, not because of hype, but because of verified rarity and condition. The real message behind this coin teaches us something important. Not every treasure is buried underground. Not every fortune is hidden in gold bars. Sometimes, a small, forgotten coin sitting quietly in a drawer can carry unexpected value, and you may already own one without realizing its true potential. Final thoughts. On this channel, we don't chase rumors. We focus on real history, verified facts, and coins.
Second coin. Kenya. 1 shilling. 1975. The coin you're seeing on your screen right now is not just another African coin. This is the 1975 Kenya. 1 shilling, a silver-colored coin that has recently created serious buzz among collectors and coin enthusiasts worldwide. At first glance, it looks simple, ordinary, almost forgettable. But behind this small coin is a powerful story of history, rarity, and surprising value. The history behind the coin. This coin was minted in 1975, during an important era in Kenya's early monetary history. On one side of the coin, you can see the portrait of Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, Kenya's first president. He was not just a leader, he was a symbol of independence, identity, and national pride. The other side features Kenya's national emblem along with the denomination, making this coin a true representation of the country's heritage. Why collectors care about this coin? What makes the 1975 Kenya 1 shilling special is not just its age, it's its historical significance. Over time, many of these coins were lost. Many were damaged through heavy circulation, and only a small number survived in good condition. Collectors today see this coin as a key piece of Kenya's monetary past, especially when found well-preserved. The $2.1 million question. Now, let's be very clear. Not every 1975 Kenya 1 shilling. Coin number 3. The coin you're looking at right now appears to be just another ordinary coin. This is the Philippines 1 peso from 1990, a coin most people have seen, used, and ignored countless times. But remember this, some of the most powerful coins in history look completely ordinary at first glance. The historical background. The 1991 peso belongs to an important period in the Philippines' monetary history. Earlier peso coins were minted primarily in aluminum, making them lightweight and practical for everyday use. Over time, however, these coins slowly faded out of daily circulation. Many were lost, many were damaged, and many simply disappeared. What remained were only a few survivors. And that scarcity is where the story truly begins. The portrait that defines the coin. On one side of the coin, you'll find the image of Jose Rizal, the Philippines' national hero. Rizal was more than a historical figure. He was a symbol of freedom, intellectual power, and national identity. Because of this, the coin represents far more than currency. It represents history. Why collectors? Pay attention to collectors. This coin is special because it belongs to an older aluminum-based series. It represents a transitional era in Philippine coinage, and finding one in strong condition today is becoming increasingly difficult. As years pass, high-quality examples become rarer, and rarity fuels demand. That demand is what keeps collectors watching this coin closely. The million-dollar question. Now, let's be very clear. Not every 1990 Philippines 1 peso is worth millions. However, if this coin exists in exceptional condition with a verified minting error or as a rare proof or special variation, then its value can rise dramatically in the collector's market. That's why reports and auction discussions have mentioned values reaching into the million-dollar range for extremely rare examples. The real message behind this coin. This coin teaches. Coin number 4. The coin you're looking at right now appears to be a simple silver-colored coin, but don't let its appearance fool you. This is the Turkey 50 lira from 1986, a coin that has shocked collectors, analysts, and even calculators around the world when its value began to rise in today's market. Why this coin is special. The 1986 Turkey 50 lira was minted during a critical period in Turkey's economic history. It was produced using a silver-copper alloy, giving it strength, durability, and a timeless metallic shine. Because of its composition and era, this coin is no longer seen as simple pocket change. It has become a historical collectible. The portrait that adds power. On one side of the coin, you'll find the portrait of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. He is recognized as the founder of modern Turkey and one of the most influential leaders in the nation's history. Coins featuring Ataturk hold deep national and historical value, and collectors worldwide pay close attention to them. Why collectors are paying attention. Over the years, many Turkey 50 lira coins were lost. Many were worn down through circulation, and only a small number survived in high-quality condition. Today, if this coin appears in high-grade near-mint condition or with a rare variation or minting error, it immediately attracts serious collector interest. That's why, when market values are calculated today, even experienced analysts are left surprised by the numbers. Can this coin really reach million-level value? Let's be very clear. Not every 1986 Turkey 50 lira is worth millions. However, if this coin exists in exceptional preservation, limited surviving numbers, or with documented rarity, then its value can rise dramatically in international auction markets. That's why some collectors now say this coin is worth no less than a diamond when found in the right condition. The real lesson behind this coin. This coin teaches us something important. Not every valuable item shines like gold. Not every treasure is locked in a vault. Sometimes a quiet coin sitting in a drawer, an old box. Coin number 5. Now look closely. The coin you're seeing on your screen right now is not just an ordinary Spanish coin. This is the Spain 50 pesetas, dated 1975, but the real secret lies inside the small star, where the year 1976 is hidden. At first glance, it looks like a simple silver-toned old coin, but in reality, this coin represents one of the most important transition periods in Spanish history. It was issued in the name of King Juan Carlos I, the legendary ruler who guided Spain from dictatorship into a modern democratic era. This coin is made from a copper-nickel alloy, which gives it that strong silver shine even today. When light hits the surface, the star and the details shine beautifully, a detail that immediately attracts serious collectors. On the reverse side, you can see the royal coat of arms of Spain, a symbol that confirms this coin is not just currency, but a historical artifact. Now here comes the most important point. Most people only look at the big date 1975 and assume it's a common coin. But experienced collectors know that the real value depends on the year inside the star, 1976. Although the coin is officially dated 1975, it was actually minted in 1976, and that small hidden detail is exactly what makes it special. Today, this coin is no longer seen in everyday circulation, but in the collector's market, it has earned a respected position because of its limited mintage, historical importance, and condition. Let's be very clear here. The most surprising part is this. Coins like this are still being discovered in old jars, drawers, boxes, and forgotten collections. People often have no idea they're holding a small piece of history in their hands. So the next time you find a Spain 50